gosh, well, today is the day that I, Nina, my mum and my dad go on a narrowboat holiday. And I know lots of people are going to wonder, what is a narrowboat? I will give you a little tour of our narrowboat when I get there. It's going to start in Birmingham and we're going to go all the way to Worcester, and then we're going to come back and hopefully we'll be back by the 20th. As you can see, it's incredibly warm and it's going to be so hot most of the week. But I think I've packed everything, including medication, haven't I, Nina? Yes, and there's Nina Dog chillaxing before we go. So, yeah. Can't wait. All right.
Speech off.
So here is my bed. I've got my suitcase on my bed in my narrow boat. There is the back door. We're just working out how Nina's going to get out. It is incredibly warm at the moment, guys, because it's such a small space. They have been very helpful though. And there's a bathroom, I think it's in here. It's kind of like what you'd get on an aeroplane or on a, so here's the shower, or on an aeroplane or a bus. There's the bathroom, toilet, sink and a window, little porthole. I'm really looking forward to this, guys. Out that porthole. And then I'm just looking at the floor for the doggy dog. There is some seats there. There's the kitchen over there. And a telly. Because no one can be without a telly for a week, can they, Nina? No. So that is a quick tour of the narrowboat itself. Fabulous. A good way of cooling the dog. I've got a nice wet doggy towel and a bowl of dog food. And to be honest, guys, if I had known there was going to be a heat wave, we would have gotten something different. Nina, on your bed.
Lie down there. Lie down.
This is where we stopped at a pub during this heat wave and met Cinnamon the cat. Such a placid cat. I hope you can see her in this little clip. Nina did make friends, and we and her owner have decided to keep in touch.
Speech on. Recording. Stop. Button.
Look at that. Is that a kitty cat, Nina? Is that a new friend? What do you think of that? Oh, hello.
Especially when a paw comes up.
Yes. So I've had enough. So have you started to open the lock now, Dad?
Yeah, I'm starting to work the lock. I'm just letting the water into this, letting the water in to build the level up, so that Alison can come straight in.
Right, guys, I'm gonna switch you off and switch you on again for the rest of it, okay?
Yeah.
My dad's just opening the lock now, aren't you, Dad?
Yeah. I'm going to let the close the panel.
There's the boat. Hear it as it's swimming along.
Do you want to carry on walking, Alex?
Yeah.
Stop recording video.
So all the way through that journey, we took the time out to get Nina out of the boat and to go walking up to some of the locks and past some of the locks, simply because she found it a lot more exciting and a lot a lot more freer, I think, for Nina as well. And it gave us a chance to let her go to the toilet. Let's not lie. When you've got a dog, they go to the toilet, and, you know, when they want to, they really do want to. And I really enjoyed the birds and the sounds of the trees blowing in the wind, and just the sound of nature and being so close to nature in an odd environment that I'm not usually in. I love the fact that despite Nina's wariness on how the boat moves, but to be honest, for those who own a guide dog, who train a guide dog, and who are just interested in guide dogs or dogs in general, lots of narrowboat owners actually had their own dogs in. And, you know, you'd go past them and you'd see one sleeping in one of the bedroom windows, and it would be quite amusing, really, because some obviously get used to what it's like when it's moving. And Nina has never been that good a traveller, as in she doesn't really like cars as much. She'll get into one and she'll be perfectly all right with it. But, you know, if she had the choice between guiding and sitting in a car, she would guide every single time. And so, you know, Nina found it a little bit scary at first, but she was so good and excited to leap out of the boat and back into the boat. Because on the first day, guys, and I won't lie to you, I was so scared that she would refuse to leap back into the boat, and I would have to get the train and take her all the way home, and, you know, and have all of that faff, just because my guide dog didn't want to jump in and out into the boat, back into the boat. But she absolutely loved jumping back in. And I loved the fact that she was comfortable with it. And it's just, you know, it's one of those things you very rarely see, isn't it? Guide dogs on narrowboats. Because it's not like many blind people are going to actually drive a narrowboat. I had a go at driving it. And I am really proud to say that I was not the one who ran it aground. When you get these narrowboats, you get like poles on one of these luxury narrowboats. You get these poles deliberately so that you can push away from the sides, because obviously canals, you know, are surrounded by nature, and nature grows, so, you know, you might have issues with the reeds, issues with people dumping trash in the canal, unfortunately, and, you know, those poles come in handy. And I really enjoyed it because my mum stood and watched where we were going and just gave me instructions. You know, if you wanted to turn right, you pushed it to the left. If you wanted to go left, you pushed the rudder to the right. And it's, you know, it's a bit of a small thing to get your mind right about, but once you've got your mind right about it, it really does work. And it is a lot of fun driving an narrowboat, even when you're blind and you don't know where you're going. It is a lot of fun trusting in another human being, an individual, to get you through that event. And I have to say, I am so glad that I've done it for this. This was a really fun thing, and it's not as cold as camping. You know, you've got a stove heater in the winter, so it's not as cold as camping at all, and you can turn that on along with central heating in these narrowboats. There is central heating, which is fabulous. Mind you, I wouldn't want to own one because I wouldn't want to clean out the toilet. Let's just be honest about it. I wouldn't want to clean out that macerated toilet, because you see what happens is that it's got like a big container, so that when you do your business and you put your toilet paper down there, it macerates it, so it flushes it down and then cuts it up into really small pieces so that it can compact it all and hold a lot more of it than it would have done if it didn't compact the waste products from humans, let's just say, at all. And so it's an interesting bit of tech there for those who are listening. But you know, it is a good journey, and I really enjoyed going back to Worcester and having all of those old memories come back. I am currently wearing a top that I bought in Worcester, and I think it's fabulous, from my favourite shop, Emporio. And we went to the Botanist. It does food, the Botanist. They've opened this kind of big complex of food outlets, food areas, and we were told the Botanist is a really good one for cocktails. So we went and had cocktails. Now, you know, as you know, I don't generally drink alcohol. I can't say that I won't ever, or that I haven't, because I have had a few relapses on that one. But I have not, you know, I have not seen, apart from Chiquitos, a really good non-alcoholic cocktail for quite a while, and they did do really good non-alcoholic cocktails. Absolutely loved them. Okay, so that is my narrowboat journey, and this is the end of my narrowboat journey, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it just for the interest of driving a narrowboat or being on a narrowboat. If it's an opportunity, go for it, is what I say. So see you later, guys, and have a lovely life.
Stop recording video. Button.